Welcome. How's everybody doing out there? Again, my name's Brian Roschetzky, and this is just a late night brainstorm of the mind. As a main question here today, I want to ask, who's out there buying DOGECOIN? Anybody got DOGECOIN out there? Do you have any DOGECOIN? I got a couple DOGECOINs, maybe about 1,000. And also batteries. Let's talk some batteries. Talk about battery degradation. That's on my mind right now, so that's where we're gonna go with that. So I hope you're doing a great day out there, having a great evening or morning wherever you are. And more recently, I've been buying some DOGECOIN, and I've gotten up to about 1,000 Doges. And I just kind of wanted to know what everyone else's thought was out there. It seems like it has just kind of taken off, but is it one of those things that may just die out? Or is it going to maybe just continue? So that was one of the main topics here I wanted to see if we would discuss. And then also, I'm going to pull up over here on my second monitor. Got this video I wanted to show about battery degradation, because as replay value on a lot of my videos mainly get replay value. I want to just show people about battery degradation, what you should be charging your car at, and there is a fully charged episode of batteries. It's really old now, but I still think to this day I have yet to see a better video than this on batteries, to be totally honest. It's really that good.
And more importantly, how is it going to work in the future, and how much better can a battery really get? So we're here on the University of Warwick campus. They've just seen some graduating students wandering past. But you've got very close ties with industry, and so actually what you've got here is the whole chain. You've got academic research,
and really
pure
what
stuff,
I wanted to
you've got
show,
applied research, you've got actual industry users coming in, all right the way through the chain, and that must give you huge.
There's more in here.
This is a typical graphite material, active material you find in the anode for the vast majority of lithium-ion batteries.
I like touching things, but I know I'm in a chemistry laboratory. I shouldn't touch anything.
Shouldn't touch. I mean, this is fairly innocuous. This is the same material as you'd find in the HP pencil. Basically, it's dug out of the ground and purified.
You know what's brilliant about that is that, we're in a very modern laboratory. You do lots of things, but fundamentally grinding things and polishing things. I mean, that's what you did to materials 100 years ago. But because we live in the physical world, you absolutely have to do it now.
Yes, I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can make some of these materials, but the go-to method for a lot of the established chemistries involves heating up to maybe as high as 1,000, 1,200 degrees, and then grinding down. So you get the different components to react together at very high temperatures, and then you need to turn it into a nice fine powder that we can process into actually making your battery electrode.
And the main thing here is people do, I feel, some people seem to still not fully understand about charging and about what charging's what is happening in the batteries packs when you're charging. Level 3, level 2, level 1. Some people still don't know the differences between them and how to differentiate which ones they should be doing. And to my understanding, still, just slower is better over the long period of time. The faster the charge, the more heat is going to be building up, and that heat is causing stress. But also in between that, you have low voltage times of the battery when it's at low energy states, and then you have the high energy states of the battery at the top end when it's at 100. And the manufacturers will put in a reserve, actually. So what you're using in the battery is actually not the entire battery pack, but 20% off the top and bottom. And that's actually what you're using. But as a consumer, you can still try to elongate the life of your battery by staying within a 40 to 60% range. And that's a little bit more what they'll talk about in the video here.
So this machine's next, is it?
Yes. So this is our reel-to-reel coater. So what you have here.
And that's not exactly this. Even though that's pretty cool, I do want to skip to the part that's a little bit more about the battery cells themselves.
Introducing Galaxy Buds.
1 second. Get that ad out of the way there.
On the table between us, we've got a battery, even though it doesn't look much like the sort of batteries we buy in the shops, but this is the crucial part of technology, right? So tell
The
us
way
a little
that
bit about
she
what it is and
displays,
how it works.
the way that she explains
Okay,
this
so
is just,
this is a
I think,
lithium-ion
great.
pouch cell. It's an A5, just like paper, format cell that you'd find typically one of these in an electric vehicle. Within these electrodes, we have a lot of particles that store lithium. They store it reversibly so that when you charge and discharge a battery, the lithium ions will move back and forth both electrodes.
This is a chemical reaction, and so ions, which are charged atoms or molecules, are actually things are physically moving inside this system.
Absolutely, yes. They move back and forth, these electrodes, and in the meantime
How you doing,
will
default
drive
exploit?
a current, and that's what gives you your
I'll be right
energy.
back to you.
And the way the materials can reversibly accommodate the lithium, let's take, for example, in an anode, which is the electrode printed on copper, the negative electrode. If you have graphite, which is still the main material of choice, it's a layers of carbon atoms. And so because to the small ionic radius of the lithium atom, it can fit quite nicely between the graphite
Right there.
sheets.
The way she draws that is just like
And
perfect
so
for
for
people to see.
every 6 carbon atoms, you can accommodate 1 lithium.
The
And then there's
default.
one other thing.
Probably buy more
The other
tomorrow.
thing
That's
is
amazing.
the key thing
Because
is
I've been buying
electrolyte,
some.
which is
I think I'm gonna
currently
buy more
a
too.
number of organic solvents
That's
with
good
a
to hear.
lithium salt dissolved within them,
17K. Good
which is
job.
your source, the main source of lithium ions.
And so it's important that it's liquid because then things can move. So things can shunt
Absolutely.
around.
Given how many lithium atoms have to move, lithium ions have to move, they need to move effortlessly. And so certain solvents favour that. In terms of safety developments going forward, people are developing non-liquid electrolytes, so solid electrolytes, which will be non-flammable. And so the challenge there lies in how fast we can move lithium ions through them. And that's why there is still, the majority are based on solvents because of the speed of lithium ion transfer.
What needs to get better to make a better battery? Because the fundamental drawing hasn't changed, but the details have, haven't they?
They have indeed. Firstly, the energy storage systems of Galvani and Volta, they weren't reversible. So that's the difference, and the difference between lead acid and primary batteries. So that is the major step change difference that became commercialized in the early 1990s through Sony. But the efficiency we've referred to as the Coulombic efficiency, that's the charge in versus charge out ratio. And there are a number of things that happen there. Initially, when you first charge a battery,
Saw a person in the
this is the
back. They're like, "Oh,
surface
they're
of your
filming over there. I
materials.
shouldn't walk over there."
some of the
They needed to
electrolyte
come ask for
solvent
something,
breaks down at
look,
low
she's important.
voltages because it's not as stable.
They're all talking
So
about
what
it.
happens is you get breakdown of some of the
Sorry.
solvents and the lithium salts, and you get is what is called an SEI layer, which
layer.
stands for a solid electrolyte interface.
Everyone
that
should
is
know
being
that if you drive
researched
an
a
electric
lot.
car or care
So you get
about
this
electric
extra
cars.
little layer. You've got all this nice structure, and then once you start running it, it gets coated with stuff.
That's right. And this coating, it's beneficial in one respect because it passivates the surface of the materials, but but it also acts as an irreversible loss of lithium. And when you think of lithium being your charge currency, when you start to lose it, and this continues over time, and this is one of the challenges that leads to inefficiencies in batteries.
So that's one of the ways batteries can degrade.
Absolutely, especially if these active materials are prone to volume expansion, then they'll start cracking, you get more surface area. The more surface area you get, the more SEI you get. But also, one of the other major physical artifacts within batteries is when you start getting cracking, and so you start isolating lithium, and that leads to continuous capacity fade, which is why you get a limited cycle life on a lot of batteries. And that is the major hurdle to overcome in all, from portable devices to vehicles. The range needs to be longer, therefore the cycle number needs to be longer.
So with this basic idea, you've still got a lot of chemistry and physics to go. How much better can it get? Let's talk about the future a little bit. What new things are coming along? What advantages do they have?
The
What
4680 battery cell
Well, a lot
was
of
the
people
future
are
at that
working
point,
on
or is now
advanced
what is the future at
divergences
this
from
point?
classic lithium ion. Metal air batteries have the potential to deliver a lot of energy, but the power density is quite low, and so whilst there is a lot of interest in such systems, they are still some way off being commercially viable. So there are a number of different chemistries, such as lithium sulfur, which can hold a lot of energy, but their reactants, they can be quite unstable within the electrolyte solvents.
And then there's things, so for example, so lithium is a little atom or an ion that can move about, but there are other small atoms like sodium and magnesium.
That's right.
How are they going to be used?
Well, sodium, it's not as energetic as lithium, so its energy density will be somewhat less, and it's a slightly larger ion, and so the materials it can interact with will be different to lithium. But the beautiful thing about sodium ion is that for things that don't require mass reductions, i.e. for non-mobile things.
So if you can have a big heavy battery that just sits there.
Absolutely, and for grid storage, for example, for load levelling on the grid system, if you can have huge banks of sodium ion cells sitting and merrily cycling away for tens of thousands of cycles, because a lot of sodium ion chemistries are stable.
I wonder if Tesla would ever get into like a different type of battery cell that would be based just for
so there is a lot of
grid
active
storage
research
use.
developing sodium ion.
One of the big questions around new battery technologies, which is what you make them from, and elements like cobalt, for example, we know that they're in these batteries, and they have their problems. What are the options for sorting out that problem?
Okay, well, in the first branch of lithium-ion chemistries, the cathodes were based on lithium cobalt oxide, so transition metal oxide. And cobalt has inherent toxicity issues and not terribly straightforward when we come to recycling batteries. So ways that people are trying to overcome the issues with cobalt is working on different cathode chemistries. So to achieve higher rates of performance within batteries, researchers developed lithium iron phosphate, and there are other transition metal oxides such as lithium manganese oxide. The key is it's always a trade-off with energy density and power, but a lot of research groups and industry are looking at alternative cathode chemistries for this very reason.
All right, man. That, I think, the SEI layer thing just explains how that picture, even that picture right there that it just stopped on, is like amazing. You see how they like those are like the cracks in the layers where the ions can get stuck in. It's crazy. But default exploit, been buying Doge off and on since December. Will probably buy and hold with the news that more and more businesses are accepting Doge. Yeah, cool. I wonder what other businesses accept Doge. New businesses accepting Doge. Travala, Ninja Game Keys, Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks now accept Dogecoin. March 5th, my birthday, Dallas Mavericks announced they are accepting Dogecoin for tickets and merch. I'd have to go buy some more Dogecoin. Will Amazon accept Doge? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I recently realized that one of my photos was sold on Shutterstock of Giga Texas. Pretty interesting there. I'll buy Dogecoin with that. Over the course of the day, it's just been steadily kind of increasing. I got a couple bucks in there. I'll buy some. Why not? There we go. All right. Wow, hadn't looked at this all day. And we got a lot of green. Wow. Wow, Neo went up. E-Hang went up. Yes, Ideonomics. Perfect. So yeah, I mean that I was actually buying down here anyways at 271, and I was just riding these out, and then I would sell some and then buy some, and now I'm buying up here. So Ideonomics, definitely check that out. And I've been hearing more good news about E-Hang. I was listening to Sandy Monroe, Sandy Monroe's interview, and he was talking about VTOLs. And whenever, what's his name, Kevin asked him about vertical takeoffs, like when he thought vertical takeoffs were finally going to come around. And Sandy Monroe's like, we already got them. They already got them in China. They're already doing it. They're way ahead of us. And I wonder if ChargePoint had its earnings report. Oh, here we go, maybe. ChargePoint fourth quarter and fiscal 2021 financial results. Revenue of 146 million, exceeding forecast. Let me see. I don't know. A world-leading electric vehicle charging network today announced fourth quarter and full fiscal results. Last year, global sector continued to show strength as EV sales grew despite a slow overall vehicle market, bolstered by policy trends that continue to accelerate the shift to electric in North America and Europe. 2020, we continued to strengthen our market leadership position and expect our growth to be fueled by dozens of new EV models 2021 across a wide range of segments. ChargePoint is well positioned to create shareholder value through broad attachment to the electrification of mobility for fleet and consumer vehicle markets. fourth quarter revenue was 42.4 million compared to 43.2 million in the fourth quarter prior year. So it shrank, actually. I mean, you could say that probably because of the pandemic. For the fiscal year that ended, when revenue was 146.5 million, up from 144.4.5 million in the previous year. Gross margin was up 21% from 20. Net loss was 90 million compared to 34 million. Cash on the balance sheet was 145 million. Shares outstanding was 277.8 million. Charge point for their guidance is based on current market trends, blah, blah. ChargePoint expects revenues of 35 to 40 million. The company expects revenue of fiscal year 2020 to be between 195 to 200 million. Oh, very interesting there for ChargePoint. I wonder what the stock is going to react like tomorrow on that news. That's my main thing I'm wondering right now. So yeah, it was going up. After the news broke, it looks like it did drop down a little bit, but to me it's still a great buy. And it's still 30, which is still pretty up from where it was down at the lowest low, down at $20. And there was a dude the other day, he was saying he has a price target on ChargePoint of around $3,000 a share. Although I think that's crazy, I could definitely see this going to at least around $100 to $300 in the next year or so, year or two maybe, and then could definitely be going higher after that. But we have to wait for that. There's got to be a big initiative or some push, is what I'm waiting for ChargePoint. Adjusted losses widened 33.6 million from 32.6, and revenue slipped a little. Yeah, shares fell a little bit, but remain under the 50-day line. ChargePoint stock went public, blah, blah. Yeah, all right. Interesting on that. Interesting. Average buy, 34,000. So far, I've made about $1,800 profit on Bitcoin. And I'm pretty new to it, honestly. I just kind of started. I really haven't put that much into it, I feel. I just put like 10 or 20 bucks here or there. That's kind of how I play it, honestly. Like, I got 10 bucks available. I'll just put the 10 bucks in, I don't care. We'll see what happens. Alright. Ooh, handily going down a little bit, which is good because I've been selling it. And I was hoping that if it was going to finally drop, start to go down a little bit, I'd get back in. Yeah. I don't think so. Oh man, got some longhorns to do here. And so you gotta enter a description. Very easy. This is not difficult. And what's difficult about a lot of these photos is getting out there and taking the photo. And maybe I should do more of that as well. But finding longhorns or finding animals is not always easy. Not everybody lives next to animals. Got a keyword. Keywording is very important. Actually, a lot of these bull photos are all used for stock market websites. A lot of like bull, like a bull market, or like there's a bull run. All right, save those. And again, always use their suggested ones. Travel, outdoor, wild, herd, landscape, brown, sand, beautiful. Herbivore, traditional, upload. Charging stations look sick, and they are editorials. Gotta make sure you do these perfectly. It has to be Austin, Texas, USA dash month, day, year, which I don't know. In some cases I just make it up, but the point is just get it out there. One of the things I have a problem with is just being in like a block. Like I get lazy. I just don't want to do it. I'm trying to be better at that. And this actually has gotten me better at it because I'll just get on here and do this and then start to work. Alright. Choose the date of that 11/19. Tesla supercharging network in central Austin. The new electric Tesla vehicles. Do technology. And we're gonna do business and finance because we're probably gonna get a lot of stock market stuff for this. We're gonna do stocks, market, Tesla, SP 500, charging stations, charging network, supercharger, supercharging, stock market, this one I'm going to add with tree background. Add all of those. Go. What's up, Mike B? Mike B. How you doing? It says talking about coins. What about stable coins? And what about Humplay site? I don't know what those are, man. Should I check out stable coins? Merged with Tesoro Int recently. All stock options. Prior to the merger, TSNP was trading at 0.0002 shares. Cents a share. I was going to jump in at 0.12 cents a share, but missed it. Now it's at 3. Wow. So what is this? Man, it's like I missed a boat on this. I don't even want to know. TSNP. For it there, man. Oopsie. Don't show the world that. Yeah. Interesting, bro. I only have 3 cryptos right now. Doge, ETH, and BTC. I'll do total return. Oh, I'm sorry, here. There you go. stablecoins are being approved by the Federal Reserve as we move towards digital currencies. What is stablecoins? Is there a way to find this? Can you not buy that on Robinhood and other exchanges, or is it something specific? Or is stablecoins just like a general, some are stablecoins if they're like approved or something like that. Stablecoins are only good to buy if you think the crypto market is going to go bearish for a long time. It's a way to preserve your current cash levels, but you will miss out when crypto goes up. Stablecoins are a special kind of crypto. Yeah, okay. Like stablecoins are, like I was saying, just like a type of approved coin or something. Like it's a subset of coins that are considered stable. Or is there something more specific than that? And are none of the stable coins accessible on Robinhood? It pegs to the dollar. Oh, okay. USDC. Wow, this is it. I do not know. The crypto coin goes deep. Very interesting. Hey, what's up, Nate? How you doing? Yeah, I guess you need something else to get to purchase them. Humble will initially serve developing nations as stable. Humble will initially serve developing nations as stable forms of currency backed, more than likely USD to benefit from a stable currency. It is going to be big, Mike says. Mike, or Nate, I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Went out, skated a little bit. My butt hurts. Fell on my butt. I got a little bruise probably, but I'm going to take a shower after this and be hot, man. Steam it up and do some stretching. Maybe I need to stretch so my back don't hurt. And other than that, I'm doing okay. You know, after the pandemic, COVID changed up everything in my whole life. Everything's just changed. Got back into the family gig. Got to spend more time with my family because I don't have my day job anymore. And so now I'm just doing that. I'm just really focusing on trying to do creative stuff. I do my photography, I do stock stuff, and I fly the drone. I've been doing the Giga Texas stuff, so YouTube. And so now I just really focus on that and trying to funnel all those things just straight into investing. And then kind of have like this ball, you know, this like circular momentum going. And I think honestly ever since then, it's almost like something that's like my brain has been like craving this like higher level of you know, intellectual capacity. I've been craving more to think about than just like making some money and like saving it, right? Because, you know, yeah, there's just been like a dead zone, I feel. You know, it's like a Cosmos came out and I was like on a Cosmos kick and like things were good and, you know, and like, yeah, I don't know, just things have been like a time, you know. Now that Tesla's out, it's like we have Tesla, we have SpaceX, and it's just just like Elon Musk said, you know, it's great to wake up in the morning now because you're inspired. I want to know when the SN11 launch is going to happen. I thought that was happening today, but I guess I was wrong, and it's happening another day. Let's see. Nate, it's good for business transactions, but not good for long-term investment growth. And that's talking about the stablecoins, I think. Your videos at GigTexters are great. Keep it up. Thank you, Mike. I will be back out there shortly. Yeah. You know, and that's, to me, that's what happens when you like really like put together something good and you have something really good to film. And man, I can't wait to get a Cybertruck. I got my wireless mic now, so hopefully my videos themselves, not really as much my Giving Texas videos, because most of that I already record on this type of microphone here at home while I'm editing. But maybe a couple shots like out in the I could definitely do more of a shot while I'm at Giga Texas, or maybe even, I didn't think about this, I might be able to set this microphone up. And I've heard about people doing this. You set this microphone up on like a fishing pole, right? And you throw it out. Just throw it out closer to Giga Texas. That way it collects the construction noise real good. Or maybe we even hang it from the drone. It's gotta be real low, but you hang it from the drone and then you just take it over there, and then maybe even get them talking. We're not gonna do that. We're not doing that. But thank you. I want to try in the future when I get back on it. That's something I need to test this out and get this going. And I have an interview that I really want to do with like Sass. He's a politician here in Austin, and I have never heard a politician talk like this dude. First off, and not just in the cool, calm, casual manner, but this dude talks like he knows a thing or two about technology. And he might not know it all, whatever. I don't think any of us really know it all, right? None of us are Elon Musk, but this dude, Sass, he knows about Tesla and things like none other people do, or at least none other talk like they do, right? And he likes the Cybertruck. He thinks the Cybertruck. When I asked him about the Cybertruck, it was like, I didn't even ask. He just brought it up out of nowhere. Like I asked like what he thought about Tesla in Austin, and he just brought up. Yeah, he was like halfway in the middle of it, like, oh yeah, I think the Cybertruck's gonna be really great. I think it's gonna be, selling, and I just think it's great. So, anyways, I want to do an interview and to get some things going, and definitely with this wireless mic, hopefully, I'm gonna be able to really keen in that production value that I've been wanting to do. Where especially because a lot of what I film is all by myself. And so if I set up the tripod, I can actually go out there and kind of film more of like reviews of cars and things that I've really been wanting to try to do, but just the audio is always going to not work. Let's see. My son had a scare today. Had to get a COVID gargle test. Ugh. Okay, first off, you said a bunch of words I don't like. He had a gargle? I don't even know what a COVID gargle test is. I don't like it at all. I don't like that. First, I would not want to do that. Nate, I have been watching most of your stuff. Word. Thanks, Nate. No problem. There's a lot of stuff back in there, man. You go back enough, you're going to see snowboarding videos. There's a video of me getting an avalanche and almost dying. I think that's probably one of my coolest videos that I've ever made. Mainly because it's a great collection of a few different snowboarding runs on a Christmas where we had just insane amounts of snow. And I almost died in an avalanche. It was great. Mike B, guys, have you bought into Orbital Assembly Corp? No. You need not say more. Orbital Assembly Corp. Dude, guys, Mike, can I not buy it on Robinhood? Screw Robinhood. I guess I do need to make a separate account, man. I started with this and I don't want to get it up. If you're excited about actually getting regular folks like us into space, we should be excited about Orbital Assembly Corp. Is that what you're saying, Mike? I mostly use Coinbase for crypto, but I also have exchange accounts with Kraken and use Brave Browser. Pays BAT crypto. And when you see ads on their homepage, that uses the Uphold exchange. Huh. Pays BAT crypto. There's so much out there. Not sure, but I think you can still buy shares in the company. Early investors prior to going IPO. Oh, wow, that's dope. Orbital Assembly Corp. Yeah, they're not even at that stage yet. They're not public then. The world's first space hotel expected to open in 2027. Orbital Assembly plans to build Voyager rotating space station in 2026. That was 5 days ago of that news. That's pretty interesting. Thanks, Mike. Like that, dude. That's why I'm like doing this, man. I would have never known about this if it wasn't for you, dude. Thank you. See? That's what I'm talking about, man. Throw those comments down, man. Don't forget to share, like, all that good stuff, because I don't really get to share and like this, especially because I'm on Facebook. I'm in Facebook jail. Someone put me in Facebook jail, and I don't know why, really. Probably said something naughty to them. They didn't like it. They got butthurt. Probably a Karen out there. But yeah. Anyways, Orbital Assembly plans to build Voyager rotating space station by 2026. That's pretty cool. I don't want to take an IQ test. Go away. Company plans to take advantage of the plummeting space loss conscious, which SpaceX's Starship could bring down to a few $100s a kilogram to build a giant circular space station, some 700 feet in diameter, assembled in orbit by a semi-autonomous and remote-controlled robot. That's pretty amazing. This is sci-fi stuff. And SpaceX could just make all this happen real quick. It's crazy. Wow, thanks, man. That's awesome. Nate, I mostly use Coinbase for crypto, but I also have exchange accounts. Oh, whoops, I already read that. Nate, RC car? And put a mic on it. Oh, yeah, for Giga Texas, RC car, put a mic on it. That's a great idea. They might let us do that. I don't think that would hurt anything, right? I mean, worst case scenario, one of those big trucks just run it over and smashes it, and then you still get a pretty cool video clip. As long as you're filming live, but you won't be able to recover the footage. So, no, that's a great idea. Little RC car. I have one. We could try it. Mike, I think you're forward thinking, tech oriented. It would be easy to accept how much the ground is shifting nowadays. Oh, for sure. I grew up with all that. Never doubted it at all. The only doubt I give it is my own personal abilities of like I saw this guy. He had like an entire room of video cards and all that stuff. And even though I don't know how to mine Bitcoin, this guy was mining Bitcoin, and it seemed cool at first, but then later on down the thread, he's like, yeah, I am $75,000 in debt, though, to the whole thing. He's like, right now it seems like a horrible idea, but in 10 years' time, and I'm like, oh, God, I don't know if it's worth it, dude. That kind of stuff, I don't know. And so, like, yeah, it's like, you're cool with being tech cool. Same thing with the electric car. Like, I am accepting of it. I know batteries, but I know that some batteries are shit, too. For sure. You got to get the Sony brand battery for your camera, or you get that off-brand Chinese battery, and it's just not going to be the same, right? And so that's why I do think that when it comes to electric cars, I trust it, but you trust what's good. And right now, that's only Tesla. And other companies may even have the same batteries, but if they can't do the cooling and they can't put it together right, I don't trust it. I trust my Kia Soul EV, I guess. And that's not a Tesla, but I don't know. Yeah. His results just came in. He's negative. Whew. Oh, good, dude. Good, man. Yeah, dude. It's crazy. We have, I haven't been tested myself. I don't think I've had it. I've been sick a few times, but I'm honestly not very cautious anymore. I've kind of just felt like it's over, and I'm not trying to go. I still, I wear my mask everywhere we go and everything, and you know. But I don't overwash my hands. I'm like George Carlin, man. I'm gonna play him right now, actually, for you. And this isn't trying to be dissing you or anything. I mean, I totally understand. This is serious, right? But I hope that we can get to this point where we can laugh a little bit. And I've always loved George Carlin, and I want to be able to laugh on this channel. And I think that this is, you know, something out there. There's something out there with this. My mom's husband, or, you know, new husband. They're old now. Old Randy. He's a rancher. He's a farmer. Drives a tractor. He walks in poop and stuff. Touches poop. And I wouldn't consider this guy healthy by any means. But he goes outside. I bet this guy has a strong immune system. I mean, he's a strong guy. He's pretty big. He's on oxygen. He has lung problems. I think he has lung cancer. And all right, you know, I pray to him. You know, give a little prayer to him right now. I don't. But anyways, for real, Randy, he got COVID and he didn't even know he had it. He had no clue he had it, and he got over it, and that was it. He didn't even know, and it was nothing for him. So I think it affects everyone way differently. I feel like some people may just like get it and not even know it. Someone else may get really sick. So, but I think that has a lot to do with like personal immune system, our personal health. That's why earlier I wanted to do the video on rollerblading, go outside, let's get healthier. Because I think that there's a lot of, especially here in America, you know, we don't eat healthy. We eat fast food every day. And so some of us think we're healthy. I think I'm healthy sometimes, and I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not.
That's the way Americans
you know?
are now.
Maybe I should go eat some vegetables
trade
and some
away
fruit.
a little of their freedom in exchange for the
But this was going
feeling,
around during
the
COVID,
illusion of
and I
security.
wanted to show you because I
What we
thought it was
have
funny.
now
But laugh,
is a
it's not
completely
anything negative.
neurotic population obsessed with
But
security
I want us to
and
be laughing. It's
safety
funny.
and crime and drugs and cleanliness and hygiene and germs. There's another thing, the fear of germs. Where did this sudden fear of
pretty
germs
cool.
come from in this country? Have you noticed
Even though I
this?
would rather
The
see
media
him do it.
constantly doing stories about all the latest infections. Salmonella, E. coli, hantavirus, bird flu, now they have West Nile fever.
It's not
And
really-
Americans panic
it's not really as
easily,
funny
so
unless it's
everybody's
him.
running around scrubbing this and spraying that and overcooking their food and repeatedly washing their hands.
It's not as funny unless it's him. There it is. There it is. Just earlier, I ate salmon burgers with me and my son. And, dude, I did not think my son was going to like salmon burgers. My wife hates them. He loved it. He said it was his favorite burger in the world. And then I'm over here worried that like, oh shit, I gotta make sure I cook it all the way. I put it on the sides, make sure I cooked all the sides, make sure I got the inside, I put it in the oven, and then and put it on the outside. It was good though. And I'm not even too worried about it if it was undercooked. It's gotta be at 165-degree temperature, whatever. I don't know. I mean, yeah, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. George was the consummate cynic. Dude, this is a good one. This is a good one, man. There's some I wouldn't even want to play because it'd be too polarizing for some people. But I feel it should be like forced to have to go back and watch George Carlin. One of the best things George Carlin said was, when you're born, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And here in America, we're given front row seats. We want to build an immune system, and let's not be a dick like he was being, right, to each other in the public, right? So we need to wear a mask. We need to do all those things. That's still, you know, that's being courteous to each other. But on top of being courteous, when you leave HEB or Texas reference, I guess y'all don't have HEBs. But if you have, if you're leaving the Wawa or you're leaving the what do y'all have up in Canada? Oh, man, I want to say it because I watch Trailer Park Boys, and I know I have Canadians in my audience. when you're leaving the, what's it called? Screw it. But when you're leaving the corner store, take the mask off, run around, get some sunshine, go out, roll around in the grass. Maybe you don't have to go as far as picking up poop, but that's the point of that. And on the polio virus, that's true. They were saying that if polio virus was spread a lot because as a child, if you come in contact with the polio virus as an infant, right, you will grow up with an immunity and you won't ever get things like paralysis, right? The negative consequences that the polio virus has. But if you never come in contact with it and you are an adult and then you come in contact with the polio virus, then you're more susceptible to getting the virus is my understanding, because what I've heard was the over sanitization, the over craziness of sanitizing everything, and we were sanitizing babies, I think, at the time, and there was something about that was why the polio virus spread, like during that time, over sanitization during polio virus. Oh man, that is like way too hard to Google. All right, screw that topic now. On to the next. Materials factors that make an investment in orbital assembly corporation speculative or risky. Number one, dependency risk. If there is a significant setback in SpaceX testing procedures, it would adversely impact our plans to launch. Yeah, but, I see that happening either way. So, like, setbacks and plans, whatever. 2026, 2027, I'll still be alive for it. So that's cool, man. I just want to see that in my lifetime. That means, like, my son could possibly maybe get a job up there one day or something, or, who knows. So they plan to utilize heavy lift. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Once they have the heavy ability to heavy lift with like the Starship, man, things are going to be crazy. We're going to be able to build a lot more in space once we have the ability to take more into space. You can also move crypto in and out on Coinbase easier than Robinhood. It also lets you convert one crypto to another really easily. Okay, cool. Maybe I can just set up another Coinbase and that'd be pretty easy just to have something different. Screw that thing. A problem is the SARS. Oh, yeah. If we didn't implement mitigation strategies, we would inundate the hospitals and doctors would start to have to play God. With whose lives? George was a consummate cynic. Yeah. The last thing you would say about Coinbase is that it is a good place to learn more about crypto, and they have a few cryptos that you can earn for free. Word. Oh, yeah. And that was just wanting to be a little funny there, mainly on wanting to hit the topic of, no matter what we do, whether we, get the vaccine or we're wearing masks, we're doing all the social distancing, all that stuff, we don't want to forget about the main thing that's going to help all of us that we can all do easily is take some vitamin C, take some vitamin D. Many humans are deficient in vitamin D, especially Americans, right? And, go outside, get sunshine, breathe some fresh air, those kind of things, try to lower your stress, and that will help build immune system. Drink some tea, get some antioxidants, those kind of things as well. And that's because I talk about that. I want to talk about that because the news doesn't, right? No one says go outside and rollerblade. No one's saying ride a bicycle instead of taking a car or truck, right? And that kind of goes back to the electric car thing. Like, yeah, we can talk about electric cars, but we need to talk about how also like three-wheeled electric cars. We need to talk about Arcimoto. We need to talk about how it's kind of ridiculous that most of us are driving a single person in a giant truck. Why is there people that have a mentality of wanting to drive by themselves in a truck 99% of the time, and all they're doing is driving back and forth to work every day and those kind of things? So, and when you go down to the line, you can say, oh, well, maybe you do need the truck, but you don't need to drive the truck every day. You could drive the bicycle every day and still keep the truck as a reserve for the weekend or whatever, So, and that's the kind of mentality too, because that not only riding the bike, it's not about just saving carbon and things like that. It's truly about making yourself healthier by getting outside and getting around. And so that was kind of point on that, yeah, just building a healthy immune system. Might be Randy, Rick, and Bubbles. Yeah, totally. But I was trying to remember where they go to, like the corner store, where they buy all their, where you buy the liquor and stuff. And I can't think of it. That's how the process on vaccinations came about. I believe Coinbase will IPO via SPAC. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you can buy into it. That's kind of funny, actually, that Coinbase is going to IPO on the stock market. Nate, we bought a rad city e-bike, and it's pretty cool. Oh, which one did you get? You got a model number or anything? That'd be cool, because I've been looking into buying an e-bike. But kind of looking at buying a small one, that kind of maybe a foldable one that I can fit in the back of my car, in the back of my electric car. So when I go charge my electric car, I can just bust out on the little e-bike. It makes me feel good that my portfolio is better than the one that's on here. They probably like put this at just the right amount to get people into it. Oh, is it Rad City? Wow, $1,500. That's pretty nice. That's dope. Rad Mission, $1,000. Yeah, for me though, I'd want it to fit Rad Power. Rad Power. It seems like there's a lot of them nowadays. That one's pretty dope. I need to get like a smaller one that folds up so it could fit in the car easier, or else I wouldn't even want to take it. And that's just for me. That'd be cool around the house. See, I was thinking something real small like this. Yeah, that's an adult. Just cruise around this for a little bit. Yeah, look at that folding right there. That's what I want. I want that folding action. That's a sideways fold. That's crazy. Seems like that would end up breaking. Extended 19-mile range. What's the range on yours? The ICE BEV debate boils down to the ability to make money with carbon atoms versus electrons. Yeah, it sure does. That's why I'm a carbon tax proponent. I want carbon tax. I've always wanted carbon tax, and I'll vote for any politician that even says the word carbon tax. Yeah, shout out to Sass, because I bet Sass would. I bet if you ask Sass if he supports a carbon tax, I think his answer would be yes. It wouldn't be no it would just be yes. I hope it is, because yeah, we need carbon tax bad. Carbon tax would change everything just overnight. Boom. Oh, you want a price on pollution? Changing the game. They are based in the U.S. and they're a good company. That's good. That's good. Rad Power. I think I bought something else that's Rad Power. My son and I bought from Ride One Up. We have the 700 series. It's dope. I love that people are buying e-bikes.
Hi, I'm Levi. This is my dad, Brent, and my friend, Robbie. We're co-founders of Electric E-Bikes.
It's crazy how they market so
Hey guys,
quick.
we're in La Jolla.
I have
checking
never
out the
had
first
an
generation
e-bike
bikes
commercial.
From Ride One Up. This is the 700 series.
That bike looks
which is
sick.
really interesting. I think it's talking about the battery capacity, because I looked at the 500 series and it had a roughly 500 watt hour capacity. This is like 672. Is that right, Kevin?
Correct.
Okay, this is the founder over here.
Hi.
He's rode out here with me so we'd have both bikes on hand. I was on the step through, and I mean, look at this setting, the gray, like really modern looking, and this bike blends right in for a step through for someone who has like a knee injury or a hip sensitivity. Like I actually have a knee injury. This is really approachable.
Yeah,
It's just,
I hate
you don't have to lift
that
your
there's
leg
the
as high.
bar
You can
on.
stand
I would
over it
actually
very
get girl
easily.
bikes.
You
I
can
have
hold the bike very
a
well.
girl bike,
And that's nice, because
a girl's mountain
tend
bike.
to weigh a little bit more, especially when they come with.
It was
look at
given
these,
to
like,
me, but I
slightly
actually
larger
prefer to
tires.
ride
These
better.
are the Schwabi Supermoto X 27.5 by 2.4. Gonna
I always
give you
thought that.
lots of comfort.
I always thought that
because
as a
of the
kid.
increased
Why
air
would they
volume,
put
a
the
little bit more
boys'
stability
bike
'cause of that
with
surface
the
area
bar
you can
right
ride on
there,
gravel trails.
so you
A little
smash
bit
your
more
thing
stable,
on it?
more comfort. It's really nice to see that, but they add some weight. You got these aluminum alloy fenders, about 70 millimeters wide, so they do give you excellent protection for those larger tires. You're not getting like the side spray. And then this really cool rack. This is pretty custom. I like this bar right here, this support arm.
Yeah, it's pretty dope bike,
curving.
dude.
It's not just like two separate things that are going to rattle around. It looks very strong.
I just want something really small. Like, I could almost just get an electric scooter, to be totally honest. But then it's like, what do you do when you go into a shop or something? You know, that's like kind of too small to lock up, but then, you know, you would want like a bike so you can actually like lock it somewhere. We don't want someone to steal it. Like, people might not steal your $20 bike if it's locked up, but someone might steal a $1,500, $1,700 electric bike if it's locked up. All right. The majority of these e-bikes are made in China and shipped overseas. This scooter is crazy fast. Range is about 20 miles, throttle only. We have carbon tax here in BC. Yeah, well, we don't, and I want it. So, yeah, that's why BC's probably a little nicer. Maybe a little better fresh air out there. But I know y'all got some other problems with like deforestation and stuff out there, right? You got some problems with the tar sands, I think's what you got. Maybe not BC, but up in the Canadians. Nate, but about 30 to 40 miles depending on pedal assist. Yeah, I would actually use pedal quite a bit. You know, I'd probably only really go use it like uphill, right? Assist and stuff. That's cool. I'm talking about the bike, not the scooter. They're not on Amazon. Amazon rips off small business. Yeah, no joke. Step through is cool, even though I'm a guy. Oh, totally. I don't even see that anymore. I've always like, why would they even do that? You know, I think it's because they would think a guy is taller, but I just don't understand it. Who cares? My first good ride was 76 Camaro. My son's first ride is the 700 series e-bike. Times have changed. Yeah, and you probably can get just about to most of the destinations on an e-bike. You'll go like a scolded witch with one of those scooters. Nate, the Wolf King scooter is small, portable, but kind of heavy. Oh, wow. Yeah, that does look all beefy. Yeah, it's more than the e-bike. Maximum speed and acceleration. Wow, that thing's got off-road tires. The thing looks kind of scary, actually. Like you could have some fun on that thing. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, he's driving on the street. Yeah, I don't think I need that. I'll get the longboard. I'll just skateboard. I'll rollerblade. What I need to get is some, the more power blades where they're like bigger diameter tires and wheels on my skates. Yeah, seems like it. There's a... Got the one wheel. There was this one company that made this electric longboard here in Austin that had like these lights on it. Maybe it was this one. It seemed pretty cool. It was all like, no, I don't think that was it. That's pretty cool. It's got off-road tires. An electric off-road longboard. Yeah, that's pretty dope because I actually, if I was getting a longboard like that, I'd actually would want it to be off-road. Even though here in Austin, a lot of my driving would be on the street. That's pretty cool. Bader, yeah, that scooter's like a motorcycle. It's like a motorcycle scooter for sure. Full suspension, yeah. You'd want to wear a helmet, yeah, for sure. That thing's kind of crazy. There's this place here in Austin that I've been trying to go to, but I just never have been timing it right. And you know, but with weather and stuff. But it's called Just Electric, and they rent out stuff. They rent out like electric, all sorts of electric things. Check this out. They rent this. It's like $10 an hour. If you guys ever come to Austin, y'all should check this out. You can rent this, It's like an electric scooter motorcycle thing. Pretty cool. And they have other things too. You can rent like an electric scooter. This is the front of the store. See, they have these other like electric like lowrider. They're like lowrider things. They have all sorts of electric bikes you can rent. And then those. Check that out. And I think because you rent it and it's electric, you can drive it on the sidewalk. And you don't need a helmet or anything. Like, you don't think you need anything special. I don't even think you need a driver's license or anything. And you can drive it on the sidewalk. You just cruise around. That's the inside of the store. Look at those things. Just electric. I want to do like a special here and go do a little special and maybe try to interview this guy. The guy there is cool. He talked to me for a while. Really cool dude. He literally just started this store because he loves it and he wanted to. I think it's just dope. I think it's so cool. Like, who puts a store like this? It's right on Congress. Is that not cool or what? All right, Mike B. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here too, man. It's starting to get late. Those scooters are like $500 on Alibaba and are called City Coco. But the shipped ones, I'm guessing, game on Alibaba. Yeah, check out this. If you ever come to Austin, this place is dope. Alright, yep, I need to get out of here as well, guys. I hope everyone has a great day and a great night. And I can't wait to get out there to Giga Texas and get back to it, that's for sure. That's about it. Hope for a better tomorrow. Let's keep on investing like the tomorrow we want to see. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want everyone to have a great day. And yeah, everyone have a great night.